Hi guys, it's Deni here. If you like games that you have to survive in harsh conditions, then this video is exactly for you. And today we're looking not only at horror survival games, but also at typical survival games that you have to set up your base, collect a lot of resources and stuff like that. Yet here's one goal in all these games, and that's to survive at any cost. And this is exactly what we are looking for today. But before we begin, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe if you are new to the channel. Okay, let's get started. And today we start with the long-awaited remake of Dead Space, which came out quite recently. It's kind of a survival game too. The developers claim that this iconic horror game was created with the original structure and storyline intact. However, the gameplay and story have been expanded with locations and developments that had to be dropped shortly before the release of the first part in 2008. This game will tell us a story about engineer Isaac Clarke working on the huge UCG Ishimura spaceship, but suddenly communication is cut off while investigating a distress signal sent by the ship's doctor and Nicole, our protagonist's girlfriend. The ship's crew is attacked by mysterious monsters, so Isaac leaves his engineering duties behind, takes up arms and starts to deal with the crap that's going on here. If you thought you could only try to survive on land, you are wrong. You can do it underwater too. And that's exactly why we got Death in Water 2. It is an original serious simulator with horror elements that has a fascinating but frightening atmosphere. You will have to play as a brave diver and find the hidden treasures, trying to avoid the meeting with mysterious ancient Leviathan. Local underwater world looks rather alive. Local animals behave quite naturally, and bottom is full of sunken ships, reefs, caves and ruins from the past. However, if you come here to enjoy the colorful reefs with a great variety of living things, I have to tell you that you are unlikely to succeed. He will be constantly busy shooting CM monsters that just want to kill you. Rewind. Now let's go back to space games and take a look at the pioneers surviving Desolation. It is a mix of strategy and survival in outer space with a very varied gameplay. We will take on the role of a leader of a team of brave astronauts who go on an important mission to colonize and explore Jupiter. Our characters will face harsh weather conditions and a serious shortage of supplies. Along with them you will need to build and upgrade the space station, study the planet's environment. In general, these guys will try to survive and we will help them with this. To be honest, I don't know why space survival games are so popular right now, but here's one more game, Osiris New Dawn. This game takes us to the vast world of the future. Its inhabitants have managed to create technology capable of overtaking the speed of light by several times. Due to this technology, the scientists got an opportunity to explore the whole universe and capture most of the planets for further colonization. Here we will control a brave explorer who can't imagine life without eternal wanderings and adventures. But one day our character's ship crashes on an unknown planet. Soon it turns out that this place is literally full of dangers that forces our character to fight desperately for his life. If you want some more ocean survival games, I suggest you try Surviving the Abyss. It is a mix of a city building simulator and a horror that will take you to an alternate world of 1976. There, humanity has advanced enough to be able to build entire city complexes at great depths. The protagonist here has been appointed the head of one of these deep-sea science centers, and now his fate is in your hands. In general, everything is pretty standard here. You need to expand your territories, construct new buildings, develop new technologies, and don't forget about the basic survival rules. The sea depths are full of dangers, always keep that in mind. Next up, I have a little treat for horror fans, and it is Bendy and the Dark Revival. I am sure many of you have already heard of this game, cause Dark Revival is a sequel to the first part of the Bendy game. Here we are again find ourselves in the animation studio, full of monsters and animate puppets. We will be controlling a girl named Audrey, who has to find out the reasons why these aggressive creatures appeared here. He will have to solve puzzles, fight exterminate enemies, and generally survive at all costs. And at the end, you and Audrey will have to fight the local boss, the Ink Demon, and get out of this damn place. But will you be able to live up to that moment? If you are a fan of indie games with pixel graphics, you should definitely try Zero Sievert. It is a post-apocalyptic role-playing game with an overhead view. They will fight creepy creatures, explore the world, complete quests, gather resources, get provisions, and so on. The crafting mechanics is nicely developed here, which will allow you to create all the tools and things you need to survive. The main feature of the game is that the world is generated completely randomly, which means that the game becomes even more interesting, but also more challenging. All in all, if you're a survival fan and want to try something unique, this game is definitely worth it. And next we have the Eternal Cylinder, where you will not only have to survive, but also meet unique and very funny creatures. You will find yourself on a completely uncharted planet, which is inhabited by unusual creatures, Trebums. They are at the bottom of the food chain and live in constant fear of being eaten by local predators. You will have to work hard to change the status quo on this planet and help these cute little guys to evolve and reach the size and qualities that will be enough for them not to be afraid for their life in this huge world, which, by the way, consists of 4 unique natural zones, each with amazing planets and strange animals. If you thought that the life of vampires has nothing to worry about, then I'm going to tell you that they have to survive too, and we will fully experience that in The Rising. Here we will immerse ourselves in a medieval atmosphere and play as a vampire, awakened from his century-long slumber and eager to make up for lost time. We will explore a boundless gothic open world, travel through dense forests and cities, kill people and drink their blood, search for valuable resources and build a castle, which during the long years of sleep of our protagonist has turned into ruins. In addition, there are magical creatures that inhabit the forest and some special locations. You can also fight them and get pretty good rewards for doing so. And next we have Icarus. This is a survival game mainly aimed at a co-op game. The game has received a lot of updates recently and has therefore become really interesting. The story here begins with astronauts traveling into distant space to explore a planet that has been discovered to have life. Their comic ship was able to orbit the planet, but it broke down, and now they can't return home until the ship is repaired. They will need resources to repair it, which can theoretically be found on the planet, so our characters choose to take a probe down to the surface and work there for a while. However, soon they discover that the planet is teeming with dangerous animals and other creepy things. This means that our characters not only have to extract resources, but also simply survive in this dangerous place. Well, the last game on today's list is the relaxing and atmospheric game Among Trees. It is a cute survival simulator with a colorful style and an easygoing story focused on exploring a dense forest with bent trees and evergreen vegetation. The story will send you into a large forest in which you unfortunately get lost. Here you will have a small hut, a farm and a great will to survive. Gameplay here is built primarily on exploring the surrounding area, collecting resources and items, crafting equipment, building and interacting with nature. You can also tame a fox, which you can pet and train to help you find some cool things. Well, that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed this video and found something interesting, and if so, leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. It's been Deni, see you guys soon.